Okay, which what we're playing this week then?
Right, so this week we're going to attempt to complete Midnight Resistance for the Commodore 64. So this is an arcade action game released in 1990, and it's an arcade port of a game from Data East, sort of a run and gun game, very similar to Contra in a lot of ways. And today we're going to be using my dodgy 2-button controller as well. So it's exactly what it looks like. It's basically I just wired the second button up to another lead, basically. It's surprisingly compatible. So, you ready then?
Yeah, let's give it a go.
So this game actually uses the Ocean Loader as well. Here in Britain, there's a lot of sort of retro nostalgia for the music, this sort of music. And this song would play at the beginning of a lot of Ocean's games, a lot of their later games essentially. So it sort of brings back the memories, doesn't it, a little bit?
Feels.
Right, so as I said before, it's a run and gun game similar to Contra in a lot of ways. But one of the main differences is these keys here. So you collect the keys, you can get up to 6 of them, and at the end of every level you sort of have like a shop which you buy items with these keys. The original arcade game actually had a rotating controller as well, which made this sort of section a hell of a lot easier. You could fire in one direction and then walk in another, basically. Fires off a little bomb right at the end like a bastard. Right, so this is the shop I was talking about. So basically bullets just stock up whatever weapon you've got at that time. So they do nothing at the moment, but if I had, say, freeway, which is just a triple shot, then that would give me more bullets for freeway. Full auto is just like a machine gun. You also get backpack weapons, which are these ones here. So if I press button 2, or it would be the space bar if we didn't have this dodgy controller, then Nitro fires off these free blasts at the top of the screen, and Shower just sort of rains down bullets. Obviously you got extra life as well here, I think we need to stock up on. That's actually a really good... This is random as well, so it's different every time. We actually got a really good spread this time. We basically got everything we needed.
The best spread you can get. Go and get the bullets, and you get 999 bullets as well for free.
Oh wow.
Just fire that one.
Yeah.
Oh, and wait, you learn it, load every level.
Yeah. This bit's actually supposed to be conveyor belts in the... originally in the arcade version it was conveyor belts, but obviously they're sort of...
Jump!
You don't want to be ducking there.
I'm not trying to duck.
Stop ducking.
I'm not trying to duck.
So in this game, if you want to fire upwards, you have to hold the fire button down, rotate the gun up, and then start pressing the fire button from a stationary position. Here we go. This bit is horrible. In the arcade version there was actually 4 platforms here, but unfortunately due to limitations with the C64 they just give you 1 on this bit. So it's a little bit cramped. Too many bleeding enemies getting through now, isn't there?
Yeah, a little few many. Oh. See, recovered. He shot 2 shots off the cheating bastard.
It's just not cricket.
It isn't. It's not. It's a poor show. Oh, look at that. Tank. You shoot down like that. I'm not going to question it. Die, you motherfucker. Up the ladder?
Yeah. Right, you remember what I said then?
In the middle.
Aim diagonal to the diagonal right, shoot it, walk
Diagonal
away.
right.
As it flies off the screen, get ready to shoot the next one.
And then move.
And then get ready to shoot the next one. Too late.
Oh shit. It came from that way.
Yeah. You can hit these with nitros as well.
Done a bit too early.
1 down.
2 down. That's cool.
This is quite a good set piece really, I think, actually, isn't it? Especially for the C64.
Well, he came from left first. And he...
Yeah, just don't stress out and jump into it.
That's what I do. There you
Right, fire forwards while walking as well. That's it. Nice one.
Is that it?
Yeah, he'll come to the end now. Yeah, the guy that made this game, he made Heavy Barrel as well in the arcades, the designer. And there are some similarities between the 2 games. But Heavy Bow was a pretty good game as well, actually. I quite like it. It's on the NES, quite a good port on the NES.
You might have to take showers.
Mm.
I think you should, because you've only got 3 nitro.
You think I should take a shower?
Yes, you do need to take a shower. There. Well, you've got 50 showers.
Bit of an insult. Oh shit, I got a shower, haven't I? Shit, this section is a pain in the arse if you don't have nitro.
Well, you didn't have a
But
choice.
it might not matter. Actually, I can work out which ladder actually the shower will go down. I don't think the shower moves.
Right, so
Does it move?
it kind of no, it stays in the middle.
It always stays in
Stays
the wrong
in
place.
that spot, yeah.
Shit.
So you can't use shower. At least those guys can't hit you. You can't hit him. God damn it! You really needed nitro.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, let's concentrate.
The problem is, I wanna have the keys as well.
Well, no, you can't use the keys. Last level.
You get a better ending if you. Oh, I'm
Oh,
gonna
fuck
die
the
now.
ending. You want to do the game over the fucking ending?
You get a better ending with all the keys. I got all the keys. I didn't need to try and jump there. Oh, you can jump up from that, but it's not very nice. Oh, fucking hell. Come on.
Is this the final bit?
No.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
1 life. Oh, shit, Rich. Shower. That's it. Dad. What?
This is, you got to rescue people.
Oh, rescue Dad. Brother. Shotgun. Oh, that's
I
Nitro.
want homing for this.
okay. Extra life.
Nope. 2 lives to do the final boss on. Oh, it's a shame I tried to jump that section. I lost too many lives on that. I didn't need to. I just started sort of panicking because I hadn't thought about the fact that you need to rescue all the people with keys until too late, really.
Oh wow, yeah, homing is really useful in this section.
Shit! Shit! It's gonna kill me. I hadn't died on one of those.
I kind of feel that's your fault.
Right. Missing the car section as well, actually. The beginning of Midnight Resistance, you sort of ride in on a car.
These missiles are the worst missiles I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like the slowest piece of shit. Oh, that one missed. Oh, well done.
It's the middle guns that are more dangerous, isn't it?
Definitely. Yes, extra life.
We've got basically everything else we need, don't we?
Yeah.
Apart
Yeah,
from
might as well
Nitro.
save the keys, because then you don't have to rescue as many people, or on the ladder section. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that is this bit, isn't it? There, that's the best idea. That might not be wise.
That's
actually.
not wise.
Right, that's
Now
it
you've got
now.
max keys. Just keep going up. Nice. Can't believe you used 3 lives on that last time.
Yeah. I had to jump to get over this fucking thing here. It's nasty, that is.
Right, now you're in a crawling section, you just shoot up. You're crawling backwards. That can't be it.
No, it's the brain bit. Done it.
Look out for the... Yes.
Took a few attempts, but we got there in the end. Yeah, we got to load the ending. Is where it crashed.
No, I was trying not to say that.
It's the ending then. All the family are back together as well. Yeah, so if you don't rescue them, they basically just don't appear in this end sequence. You get the full picture if you rescue them all.
So, you made us die the first time round just to get a few more figures on the top screen there.
Yeah, it's the principle, isn't it? You don't want to leave them. You don't want to leave people behind.
Okay, Richard, what do you think of the game then?
Well, I like this game. I think it's quite an impressive sort of late in the life C64 game. You've got some impressive boss fights, sort of the helicopters appearing and the massive battleship and such, you know. And I am a fan of Contra-like games anyway, as you know, the sort of multi-directional firing, the running action. There's pretty reasonable presentation in this game as well. For example, the way that the aeroplanes sort of regroup in the background and then fly around. It's quite a nice touch that they've managed to keep from the original arcade game. Reasonable detail in the backgrounds, isn't there?
Yeah.
You know, you got that city in the first level, sort of all of the structures in the background. That looks quite good.
Yeah. The waterfalls look really nice in the other level.
Yeah, they do. And the music as well is quite good. On the bad side, the controls could be a little bit better. But I think this is a problem with the C64 more than anything else. They really needed 2 buttons on this machine, really. They needed to have a jump button and a fire button. So what do you reckon then?
You know, I agree on basically all the points you made. The presentation's really nice. Graphically, I mean, it could look better. It is low res, but it's still quite nice.
The freeway weapon is quite impressive as well, isn't it? Massive bullets, sort of screen filling stuff.
So they did what they could with what they had.
I think so. I mean, obviously the arcade game had a 2-player as well, which is unfortunate that's not in here.
That is very unfortunate.
Imagine 2 players on this, both with freeway. The screen would be just covered in bullets.
You could just limit the person to one person having a 3-way. And then 3-way not showing up again.
I'm not sure if you could even do one person with a 3-way and the other one with normal bullets. The Mega Drive version as well, that actually came out a year later than this version, so that's quite a bit later, and that still didn't have 2 players in it itself. It did control a little bit better. That was never released in Britain though, the Mega Drive version. But
so no, I like the presentation. I like the music a lot. The music is just very... it fits the gameplay nicely. Yeah. It's very action filled and such like that. Gameplay really good, and if it did have a jump button, it would be a lot better.
Yeah.
100 times better, because the amount of times that I died where I jumped when I didn't want to, or where I wanted to aim up but I knew I couldn't aim up because I knew I'd probably jump at the same time.
I feel like you do somewhat get used to the finickiness of the controls over time. The sequel to Contra came out on the NES this year, Super C. And personally, I like Super C, but I don't think it really added anything to the original game. So, in a lot of ways, how does this compare to the original Contra on NES, would you say?
No, I think the NES Contra does do it a lot better, but that's just because of the way it controls.
I'd say it probably is a little weaker than Contra, but it does feel sort of like a more later and a more advanced in some respects. You know, the weapons are always the same in Contra, so you know their positions a lot of the time, you know. Whereas this has some element of strategy. Some games will be completely different to others just because of the randomness of the shops. So it is worth learning all the weapons, because you don't know, maybe you get stuck with a flamethrower on one of your playthroughs or whatever, you know. So that's sort of an interesting aspect to it, is that you've got to adapt to what's going on.
So what are you going to give it then, Rich?
Well, I firmly believe that this is one of the best arcade action games on the C64, and I feel like it does actually compare quite favourably to a lot of NES games. On the other hand, you do have to take into account the controls and such. That's mainly the main problem with the game, really, isn't it? So I can't give it a full 5 out of 5, but I do feel like this is well above average, so I'm going to give the game 4 out of 5. What do you reckon then?
Well, yeah, great presentation, great music, great gameplay. Lack of a jump button. That's purely it. So I'm going to go a little bit further than you. I'm going to say a high 4 out of 5. If it had that jump button, it would have been a 5 out of 5 for me. Okay, guys, that's Midnight Resistance for this week. Really enjoyed the game.
Yeah, it's a great game, really, isn't it? Quite impressive for a Commodore game.
Yeah, premiere release on a Commodore 64. Anyway, guys, if you liked it, give us a like. Give us a comment. Tell us if you thought it was worth going for all those keys.
Yeah.
And we will see you next week with another game. Take care, guys.
See ya.